On the 1st of January last year, lots of people were doing dry January. I decided to do something different. I decided I would do pull-ups every single day for the whole of January. I finished January and then just kept going. On the 31st of December, I hit my personal best, which was 60 pull-ups in one day, 3 sets of 20. I tracked every single pull-up I did in a spreadsheet. So before I get into why I did this as a guitarist, have a guess how many pull-ups that adds up to over an entire year, and I'll tell you at the end. This is not a fitness video. I'm not trying to get ripped, I'm not training for anything, and I'm definitely not a gym influencer. I'm a working guitarist, I teach in schools, I perform, I spend long hours standing, sitting, carrying gear and holding a guitar in front of me all day. And like a lot of guitarists, I've had back problems in the past. During lockdown, I woke up one morning, got out of bed and I could barely move. My back had completely gone. That moment really shook me. I fixed the immediate issue through online physiotherapy, but the bigger lesson was this. If I wanted to keep playing guitar long term, I needed to stop reacting to injuries and start preventing them. I've actually owned my pull-up bar for many years. When I first used it properly, I completely overdid it. I ached for days, and I managed one pull-up. Yes, just one. So this isn't a natural strength story, it's completely the opposite. On January the 1st, I committed to 3 sets of pull-ups every day. Whatever my maximum was on that day, that was it. No targets, no makeups, no punishment days, just show up and do the work. I tracked every single set in the spreadsheet, every day without exception. The early numbers are very low, almost embarrassingly low, but over time you can actually see the progress, not through motivation, through consistency. Even when I went on holiday to Spain, I found an outdoor gym and kept it going. Not in an obsessive way, it just became part of the day. Over Christmas, the numbers dipped slightly and that's fine. What mattered was that the habit stayed in place. Hitting 60 pull-ups on the 31st of December wasn't about physical strength, that was mental. It was the last day of the year, the final box to tick. And that mental discipline is exactly the same thing that carries across into guitar practice. Guitar playing is incredibly one-sided physically. Rounded shoulders, collapsed posture, long hours in unnatural positions. Pull-ups do the opposite. They strengthen the upper back, the lats and the muscles that pull you upright. This isn't about strength for its own sake, it's about posture, spinal health and longevity. Another small but important habit for me is how I teach every day. I stand properly and use a guitar stand, specifically this Konig & Mayer guitar performer stand, rather than collapsing into bad posture for hours. On its own, that doesn't fix anything, but combined with movement and strength work, it all adds up. So I added it all up, and over the year I did 13,465 pull-ups. That number is not important on its own. What matters is what consistent, manageable daily habits can do over time, especially if you want to keep playing guitar pain-free. I'm not saying that every guitarist should do pull-ups every day, but if you want to play guitar for decades, your body has to support that goal. This one habit has kept me problem-free and focused on music rather than managing injuries. For me, that's the real win. If you're a guitarist who's struggled with back or posture issues, let me know in the comments. And if you want more videos about guitar longevity and real-world playing, make sure you're subscribed. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.